Hi folks, in today's coaching nugget, we will dive into the depths of our brain. Because to know how your brain works facilitates it to set up the right mindset, not only for ultracycling and bikepacking, but to cope with stressful situations in general. So, let's dive into our brain. The human brain can be divided into three major areas. The limbic area, there depicted by the chimp, the frontal area, the cyclist, and the parietal area, the computer. The symbols I use here follow a theory of sports psychiatrist Steve Peters, and in a moment they will make a lot of sense to you. To control your mind, it's important to understand when certain areas are active, what the consequences on decision making are, and how we can influence that. First, let's have a look on the limbic area. That's where our primal instincts are rooted. Hence, it's depicted by the chimp. This brain area is responsible for emotional reactions. It's pretty fast, but also impulsive and not really rational. The frontal area is called the human by Peters. It is pretty slow, but therefore it can make rational decisions. That's the brain area that you want to work with in order to make decisions you don't regret afterwards. And finally, you have the parietal area, or the computer. That's where routines are saved. Thus, these routines can become automated decisions. Accordingly, this is by far the fastest way of decision making by your brain. To control your thoughts in ultracycling and bikepacking, your first priority is to stop the chimp from making emotional decisions. Because often, these will be based on a fight or flight reflex. And that's not really helpful to derive with a rational decision in a modern society. You can stop your chimp most effectively by building up routines so that the computer can take control. Otherwise, you have to stop the decision-making process to gain enough time to involve the frontal area of your brain. A very effective tool to do so will be presented in the next coaching nugget. Let's wrap it up. Decisions are made in three areas of the brain. The limbic area, or the chimp, is pretty fast, but its decisions are very emotional and definitely not what you need in ultra-endurance sports. The frontal area, or the human, is the slowest, thus you need to interrupt the decision-making process to involve this area. The parietal area, or the computer, is by far the fastest, but can only make automated decisions based on routines. So go out, gain experiences, and evaluate them to automate your decision-making processes. I look forward to the next coaching nugget, because in that I will show you a very powerful tool on how you can interrupt your decision-making processes. By that, you will gain enough time so that the human can take control and your decisions will be way more rational. See you next time. Ciao, Stefan.